The Rubik's Clock, one of the most controversial puzzles in the WCA lineup. Not very well respected by half the community and loved by the other. But why did this happen? Why was it added in the first place? What makes this puzzle so hated? Well, for starters, look at the puzzle itself. It doesn't exactly look like a cube. This is immediately a turnoff for most people. Not only that, but the way you solve it is very repetitive and super easy to learn. Most of the time you can solve it without a tutorial. So if it's so simple and not even a cube, why was it added in the first place? The puzzle itself was invented by Christopher C. Wiggs and Christopher J. Taylor. But after they invented it, Erno Rubik brought the patent. Wow. Erno Rubik bought the rights to sell it under his name, officially being launched in 1988 under the name the Rubik's Clock. Now, the World Cube Association, or known as the WCA, started in 2004, a little while after the clock had already been around. So when they were picking the events to start with, they included the Rubik's Clock. Something similar happened to the Rubik's Magic. The Rubik's Magic was a 2x4 tile that you had to flip around and put it into a certain pattern. The solution was the same every single time, bringing for a lot of repetition. Now, similar to the clock, it was added when the WCA was formed, but it was shortly later removed. The difference between the Rubik's Magic and the Rubik's Clock is the solution was the exact same every single time. Once you knew the standard solution, there was no improving on that. You just got faster at executing the same thing. So what makes the clock different? When solving the clock, you have one problem. After you're about halfway through the solve, you have to flip it over to solve the other side. Now, to fix this, there was a method developed called the Lou method. I can't find exactly when this method started, but the earliest tutorial I can find came out in 2021. But the thing about clock is you can still be competitively fast with the standard flip method. A good flip method solve can be an 8-second solve. But something happened in 2023 when Tommy Cherry uploaded this video. A new method. This method is incredibly fast. With this, clock gained a whole ton of respect from the community. Now it had a more advanced method that involved more memorization at the start and was significantly faster. After the release of 7Simul, people started coming up with different variations of the method. Methods like 7Simul with a flip and 10-move Memolist came around. Now slowly, clock was beginning to gain popularity and more respect from the cubing community. Another problem with clock is it was annoying for event organizers, as DNFs on clock are very, very easy. You see, there is no +2s on clock. You either solve it or it's a DNF, making DNFs very common. The other issue was accidental pin pushing in the inspection. This was also annoying for event organizers because it would also add constant DNFs. But as of January this year, this rule has been changed and you can now push the pins inside of your inspection, making hosting clock as an event inside of a competition a lot easier, along with its very dedicated community to finding different methods and solving it even faster. Now, do I think clock will meet the same fate as Magic? No, I don't think so anymore. It's got such a community behind it, and it's been developed so far, that I don't think it's going to be removed anytime soon. The clock hate has slowly died down, but at least it's understandable why people didn't like it before. And if you haven't tried a clock for yourself, give it a shot. Learn a more advanced method. It can be fun. That's all from me. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.